Alrighty. What's up, everybody? Peter Joseph here for video number 2 on your lovely Wednesday evening, June the 7th, 2023. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit the subscribe button in my motherfucking pants, otherwise known as the description box below on this channel, my other 4 main channels down there in the description box below. And as always, friend me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, share the video all over the internet. Don't forget to tap and slap that bell, basically treat it like it's another part of the country. Slap that bitch around, make it burn! Make it hurt, baby, make it hurt. Slap that bell, make it hurt, and turn on all notifications so you don't miss a goddamn thing. And if you do, well, you're SOL. And you know what that means. Ha ha ha. And this is your first time watching. Welcome to the party, pal! And I hope you enjoyed the ride. If not, you know where to go. You can burn in hell. That's pretty much all I gotta say about that. So like the video, leave a comment if you wish. Subscribe to my channels. Follow me on social media. If you're real, if you're not, you can burn in hell. And go fuck yourself. And that's pretty much it. Don't forget to share the video all over the internet. And don't forget to smash that bell to death. And that's it. And we move on. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, on this crazy... Well, if you're in the Northeast and basically if you're in the Northeast and going south, been a crazy day. It felt like Mars today with the orange sky that happened from last night all through most of today. When I woke up and I looked outside, I was like, holy shit, what the fuck happened? Are we on Mars? It's like, I thought I was dreaming. I'm like, are we on Mars? Because the sky was orange, yellow, smelled like fire. Crazy. New York had the worst air quality ever. It was disgusting outside. Going outside. I went outside went out to go to work. I had to wear a mask because it smelled so fucking bad. And, I mean, out and about in New York City, people not wearing their masks. All right. That's your prerogative if you want to get smoke inhalation. Good job. Good job. Don't come crying to me when you have, bronchitis or some other type of, you're breathing heavy and your eyes are all scratchy. My eyes was scratchy most of the day. It was crazy. My throat was all messed up. I still went to work and came back. Thankfully, I only had to do a few hours today. I went like 4 or 5 hours and I came home. I had a full day, but my boss is so great and told me to go home early. I'm like, okay, fine. But hopefully the air quality is going to get better by tomorrow. We're supposed to get some rain tomorrow and Friday, so that's going to push all this crap out, thank the Lord, hopefully. But good job, Canada. Great job. Burn in hell. And that's all I got to say about that. Next time, don't smoke in forests. Or set fire in forest, thinking you're great, you know? Because it could have been set by idiots in that fucking country. It could have been, just natural. Because sometimes it gets hot up there, so... the way global warming is and everything. Could have been from that. Could have been from idiots starting wildfires in Canada. Who knows? Who cares? But all that smoke from the western side of Canada, from like Vancouver all the way to shithole cities like Toronto and Montreal, burning right now. And now all that smoke is going south. It hit New York last night, hit really bad today. It's hitting Philly right now. It's hitting, and Yankee game had to be canceled tonight. The Phillies game had to be canceled. Now he's going to be in D.C. and Virginia tomorrow. Ugh. It sucks. It sucks. But what are you going to do? Blame those fucks in Canada. And that's all I got to say about that. And no, you cannot come over here to New York to get away from there. No. Stay there and burn. That's all I got to say about that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, on this Tuesday evening, we got Dynamite! AEW Dynamite tonight from Colorado Springs, Colorado. Orange Cassidy defends the All-International title against Swerve Strickland. I hope there's a title change. We'll see. We're going to hear from Maxwell Jacob Fartknocker. We got that. Also going to hear from Tony Khan, man. Another major announcement. There's going to announce another announcement next week. But this announcement tonight is about the main event for Collision. So probably CM Punk against... Well, there's a rumor that CM Punk and Kenta might be fighting. Oh, the battle of the go-to-sleeps. Oh, who wins that? Well, most likely Punk. But we'll see. I know Kenta said on Twitter that he wants a lot of money for that match. So Tony, you better give him a lot of money. I'd pay to see that, but we'll see what happens with that. What Tony has to say tonight, and that's pretty much it. We got other matches on the show, and hopefully we get more matches announced for Forbidden Door 2 coming up in 18 days from Toronto. And we'll see what happens with that. Got Bryan Danielson and Okada. Oh, Will Ospreay, Ocean Spray, Will Ospreay against Kenny Omega for the IWGP US title in a rematch from Wrestle Kingdom. That's going to be a banger. I hope MJF defends against Tanahashi or Naito. Even though I don't care if it's for the AEW title. I know MJF's going to win, but I really hope in the process MJF gets the fucking shit beat out of him by Tanahashi, Ishii, or Naito. Let him get his butt cleaned. His butt kicked. And we'll see what happens with that. But anyway, we got about 2.5 weeks away from Forbidden Door, and that's going to be a banger of a pay-per-view. Fuck Money in the Bank. Fuck that. That's all I got to say about that. Let me move on. Alright, so let's get into your NXT review from last night. And it was a pretty decent show. Interesting ending with a certain guy named Blood Breaker. But we get that. But we start the show off with our commentary team of a man with a creepy jacket, Vic Joseph, and a man who smokes more bowls than Thea Hale in NXT. And that's Booker T, sucker. And we get that. So, it was a pretty good show. We start off with Baron Snorbin Corbin coming into the Capitol Wrestling Center in Orlando, Florida, and tells a stagehand to hit his crappy music. So she does as told. So Corbin comes out, talks about NXT wrestlers coming up to the main roster playing with their phones and shit. And he's like, I had to come back here, and same thing for Ali to put over people. So that's what he's doing. Talks about his upbringing from FCW, like, we built this, the NXT, blah, blah, blah. Blames Carmelo Hayes, who got a taste of main roster royalty last week. You're not main roster royalty. I don't care if you were King Corbin. You suck. Anyway, and then the Russian Dragon, Ilya Dragunov, comes out off his, barbaric match against Dijak. Says, I'm the number one contender to the NXT title, not you. Corbin calls this NXT arrogance. Dragunov doesn't give a shit. Dragunov wants the title to be the best rather than proving something. And Ilya's like, you can make assumptions, I make challenges, so I'm challenging you to a match right now or later in the night. Coleman's like, okay, you want to fight so bad? You got it. So then Dragunov leaves, and then Trick Williams comes from behind and attacks Baron Corbin, saving his best friend, Mello. And then that's pretty much it. We get that. And then a little bit after that, we get Corbin beating the fuck. Oh, well, Ilya Dragunov got beat up by Corbin in the back. He's grabbing his elbow, he's grabbing his arm. So he's not going to be taking on Corbin later on tonight. It's going to be Mr. Crick Williams. So we get all that. So I gave that first segment 3 out of 5 stars, and we move on with that. Alright, then we go to a video from outside a gym. It looked like a gym or some type of building. The resident fun girl, the woman who smokes less bowls than Booker T, that's Thea Hale. She comes out all sore after training with Charlie Dempsey. Yeah, I bet. Charlie Dempsey took it to Pound Town, if you know what I mean. There you go, Charlie, Mr. Ego's son. Ha ha! Here you go. Show her no mercy. Mercy is for the weak. You know what Charlie Dempsey did? He did a Cobra Kai. Strike fast, strike hard, no mercy, sir! That's what he did. That's what he did to Thea Hale's ass. Good job. Anyway, so she runs into Professor Duke Hudson, and then Dempsey shouts, "Good work, Thea, we'll see you tomorrow!" Yeah. More Pound Town tomorrow, the next day. Well, tomorrow, yeah, whatever. And then Thea's like, "Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow!" I used to have pussy. Anyway, so Duke's like a little bit worried, and then Thea grabs him and like does like a quick wrist lock, and Duke's like, "Oh shit, what did you look at?" And then she's like, "Do you think I have what it takes to win the battle royal, Mr. Hudson?" Duke's like, "I think you can win," sarcastically saying that. And we move on with that. My cat's going crazy as usual. Anyway, we move on with that. So I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Actually, Corbin did not beat up Ilya Dragunov. It was Braun Breaker. So I apologize for that. I thought it was Corbin at first, but they said later it was Braun Breaker. So we move on. Alright, then we go to our first match of the night. 6-person intergender match. We had Schism of the lovely Ava Rain and the grizzled young veterans, Fowler and Reed, otherwise known as the Dyad, take on Diamond Mine, the Creed brothers, Julius and Brutus, along with Ivy Nile, with them. Match was okay, you know, Ava's first in-ring action, even not counting the house shows, of course. But, you know, she got tagged in, and Ivy comes in and is like, "Come on, let's go! Come on, you gotta get your ass kicked now." And he was like, "No! Run away! Run away!" Tags in the men, and then basically the Dyad get destroyed by the Creed brothers. But we get near the end, and a string of clotheslines leaves Ava and Ivy Nile standing in the ring. They finally slug it out. So Ava's first physicality. Jagger Reed has to break up the diamond chain lock and gets locked in it for his trouble. And that distraction led Ava to grab her mask. Boom! Headbutt right with the mask in Ivy's face. She goes down like a ton of bricks. 1, 2, 3. Schism gets the win. Not conventionally, but what are you gonna do? So I gave the match 2.5 out of 5 stars. And that's pretty much it. We move on. Alright, then we go to jail, where we have my cousin. Get in here, my cousin! Oh wait, I can't bring him out because he's in jail, so my cousin, Tony D, you get your chicken parmesan hero for $2! He's in jail, and Stax comes to visit him, and they get on the phone, you know, the partition stuff. I don't know what they call that in jail. I could care less. But anyway, Tony says, "I get to watch Peacock here." So I got to watch NXT every week. That's nice. But he wants to know who ratted him out. He's still looking to see who ratted him out. Tony thinks it's Gallus, you know, Mark and Joe Coffey and Wolfgang. And Stax thinks it's maybe somebody else. So Tony D's like, "Stax, figure something out. Find out who this is. I need to get out of here. Gonna have my chicken parmesan for $2. So we'll see what happens with that. I still think it's Stacks. I really think Stacks ratted him out. It's all about power. And he wants to be the Don, and he's now the underboss. You know, you want to get to the top, gotta cut off the snake's head. So there you go. So that's what I think is happening right now with Stacks, Tony D, and you know who ratted who out. And we'll see what happens with that. And we move on with that. So I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we go to another video. A lot of segments on this show last night. We go to Robbie E. and Von Wagner trying to find the right therapist for him because he's got anger management issues and shit. So we see him at other different therapists, and his anger is getting to him. Basically, Robbie E. giving them money just for the visit. So they're at a new therapist. And then we see some guy come out crying like a bitch. I was like, is that Cliff Garrison? Who is that? I thought it was Bodie Hayward. It looked like some blonde wrestler that looked familiar. But anyway, he's crying like a bitch. And so Vaughn's like, I don't think this is a good idea. So he's about to leave, and then we hear, Mr. Wagner, I'm ready for you. And then they cut to this hot, attractive blonde. I don't know who she is. I think I have an idea. Holy shit. And she's like, oh, I'm going to go in. So he's like, I'll handle this. I bet. He handled it all right. Man, I wish I had a hot therapist like that. Holy shit. But I digress. Anyway, so he goes in and hopefully this therapist helps him out one way or another. So we'll see what happens next week. But I don't have the identity of that woman. I wish I did, but... No, it's not Cameron, not Haley Cameron from AEW. No. I imagine it was. But it is what it is, and that's that. So I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. All right, then we go back to the Capitol Wrestling Center with our next match, women's match. We have my girl, Danny Palmer. Yes. Taking on, well, the woman who revealed herself last week to her, and that's Blair Davenport, the hooded stalker, if you will. So, I felt bad for Danny. Danny barely got any offense in. And even though she got some knees to face, she hit knees to face to Blair for a near fall, but Blair came back with an even harder knee shot. Then she hits the Falcon Arrow. Of all finishers, Falcon Arrow. 1, 2, 3, she won in 3 minutes. Did I say 3 minutes? Yeah, I did. So, Blair gets the win and puts the NXT Women's Division on notice. And that's pretty much it. So, match I gave 2.25 out of 5 stars. That's it. Alright, then we go outside to the dreaded parking lot. And we see, hey, guess what? We see Dana Brooke. She's out from catering. She's like, I'm going to bring my cookies to NXT. Not those kind of cookies. She's bringing Titus Catering cookies to the roster in NXT. She's entering herself in a battle royal to see who fights Tiffany Stratton. And I'm like, please, for the love of God, don't make her win. Anyway, we get that. Then we go, speaking of Tiffany, my girl Tiff, Daddy! Tiffany's with Mackenzie Mitchell, and she's not surprised that Dana Brooke wants in and thinks Lyra Valkyria is going to win. That's what I thought. Me and Tiff are like this, we like this, we have the same thinking. Anytime, Tiff, anytime. You can slide in my DMs anytime, girl. Anytime you want. But I digress on that. Alright, so I gave both those segments 2.5 out of 5 stars. Alright, after that, we go to Baron Corbin and Trick Williams. Pretty decent match it was. Back and forth match. Corbin really working on Trick's back and leg area. He did a running knee against the announcer's table. Ow. And knocks Trick down. They go back in. Corbin grabs a 1905 half crab. Trick has to get to the ropes to escape. And then Trick comes back with a running neck breaker for a near fall. Then a big kick to Corbin's bald head. But Corbin comes right back with deep 6 for a near fall, because that never wins. Corbin cuts off a comeback from Trick by going after the knee. Then he picks up Trick and hits end of days. 1, 2, 3. Baron snoring Corbin gets the win in under 11.5 minutes. Match was meh. So I give it 2.5 out of 5 stars. That's pretty much it. Yeah, I gotta shave the manly beard. I'm waiting for my shaver to come in. It's coming from that shithole country of Canada. I think it's supposed to ship probably sometime in the next few days. But that's pretty much it. So hopefully that'll be coming in pretty soon. Next couple of days. Anyway, so I gave Baron Corbin and Trick Williams, I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Let me move on. After the match, Corbin says that he'll be here next week if Ilya Dragunov is ready for him. Well, I think he has Braun Breaker to worry about, so we'll see what happens with that. All right, after that, we go to Nathan Frazier, and his hard-hitting Home Truths talk show. He has Dragon Lee there. And Ben Frazier challenges Noam Dar for the Heritage Cup next week. That's going to be a banger. So we'll see what happens with that. So I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. All right, then Mustafa Ali with Mackenzie says he's a free agent, can write his own story in NXT. I was thinking he's fighting scripts, right? Write his story. But anyway, he's here to win a belt. And then, speaking of belts, Wesley comes in. And Ali's like, I don't want to be handed a title shot. I want to earn my title shot. So I'm going to earn that by beating Joe Gacy. So Wesley wishes him luck, and that's it. So, okay. I think Wesley and Ali could have a good match. We'll see. Not that Ali's going to win. God forbid. But anyway. So I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. So we get to Mustafa Ali and Joe Gacy one-on-one. Wasn't really a long match. Really kind of like Ali like straight up beat him. Even though, Gacy did a couple moves, but Gacy goes for a superplex, but Ali reversed it into a sunset flip bomb. And then goes on top, hits the 450, 1, 2, 3. Mustafa Ali gets his first win in NXT in over 3 minutes. Did I say over 3 minutes? Yes, I did. So, we get that match. I gave 2.5 out of 5 stars. And that's pretty much it. After the match, the grizzled young veterans come in for a 3-on-1 beatdown. But then Wesley and Tyler Bate make the save. So, 6-man tag team match coming up next week. So that's self-explanatory. We move on with that. All right, then we go to the back, or the catering area. I don't know what area of the Capitol Wrestling Center they go to. It's probably like the catering area. Where we have resident drinkers, Josh Briggs and Brooks Jensen. They're talking to the lovely Fallon, don't call me, Dawn Henley, giving her a pep talk for the Battle Royal. So Henley goes away to get ready for the match. And then Idris Enofe and Malik Blade, the two jobbers, come in and test Briggs and Jensen's loyalty, see how well they know each other. Like the same fucking segment almost from last week with Hank and Tank. Speaking of Hank and Tank, they come in and show them they still know each other pretty well. And Idris and Malik still don't know each other that well. So they all leave, and Malik and Idris are left alone. Gallus comes in and challenges them to a tag title match next week. I'm like, why? I guess you want to get prepared, or you want to get a warm-up match, I guess, for against whoever you're fighting next. There's not that many tag teams left. Besides the Creeds, most likely getting the belts, but we'll see. Anyway, so yeah, we get that, and I'm like, okay. Alright, so I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. And we move on with that. All right. After that, we go to Norm Dar, the Heritage Cup champion. Introduces the rest of his team. We have the lovely Jakari Jackson, Lash Legend, Get Shit Done, and Oro Menza. And now they're called Meta 4. Not metaphor like the word metaphor. It's Meta space 4. So Meta 4. Could be words, could be force. MJF, you know about that, right? Metaphor. Stupid name. Stupid name. Anyway, he says, I'll gladly defend the Heritage Cup against Nathan Frazier next week. Okay. So now we know Norm Dar's group name is named Metaphor. Who thought of that? Vince. Probably Vince. Probably Vince is in Shawn Michaels and you're like, I'm gonna name him Metaphor. It could have been worse. It could be named Simile. Remember similes and metaphors in English class? We all remember that. Most of you do actually have an education, because some of you don't. But I digress on that. Alright, so I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars, and we move on. Alright, then we go to a rematch. Eddie Thorpe, Carl Fredericks, taking on Damon Kemp. And we remember the first match, Eddie won. Eddie beat Damon. Damon now then said that Eddie was cheating, blah, blah, blah. So we get this rematch. Lasted 4 goddamn minutes. Back and forth they went. Kemp tries to knock Eddie into the corner, but almost hits the referee. So he had to back up a little bit. And that allowed Eddie Thorpe to grab a bridging German suplex, 1, 2, 3. Even though Kemp's foot was on the rope. So you know there's going to be a third match out of this. This storyline is stupid. It is so freaking stupid. Can we get Eddie Thorpe to do something else besides a boring as fuck feud with Damon Kemp? Just saying. But anyway, I gave this match 2.25 out of 5 stars. I did not like it at all. As much as I like Carl Fredericks from his time in New Japan Strong and his time in New Japan, not having a great time in NXT right now. Not having that much fun. It is what it is. Alright, then we go to the back where we see 2 lovely pieces of ace, and that's Gigi Dolan and Kiana James. They bicker about the Battle Royal, who's going to win, blah, blah, blah. And then we see Double Kato coming on the seas. So he comes in, big tall fuck that he is, cuts him off, goes to the ring. So we get that, so I give that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Then we go to Double Kato taking on Reggie, or now he's back to being Scripps now, without the mask. That was a stupid decision. Just call him, please, get the name Scripps out. It's garbage. His gimmick is garbage. Just call him Reggie. Or by his given name, Reginald. Whatever it is. Whatever his name is, just call him by his given name. And that's it. Kind of back and forth match. Scripps uses his speed. Even on Commander Aziz, tried his power. Scripps cuts. We get a big boot by the big man, cutting off Scripps, and he sends him crashing to the floor. Goes back in. Axiom, A-Kid comes in to distract him, which allows Scripps to avoid a charge in the corner, and he pins Double Kato with a fruit roll-up. 1, 2, 3 in under 3 minutes. Did I say under 3 minutes? Yes, I did. So we get that match. 2.25 out of 5 stars. After the match, Double Kato got pissed and beat the fuck out of them. So probably be a 2-on-1 handicap match next week, or maybe, I don't know what's going to be. I don't care. And that's pretty much it. Well, I got to finish this up. All right, after that, we go to the back where Joe Gacy and Schism are. And by the way, the Mets are winning. Ha! Even though they last night against the Braves. JD's jerking off. Fuck you, JD. Anyway, Braves are going to choke this year. They are not a good team. I'm sorry. They're playing 500 ball the last 9 games. Lucky to have a 3.5 game lead over the Marlins. Lucky. The Mets are 6.5 back. But right now they're up 2-0. But let's see how that went on last week. Scherzer on the mound, but we'll see. Anyway, so we see Joe Gacy and the rest of Schism, and Gacy's all pissed off about his loss to Ali, promises to take care of Wesley, Tyler Bate, and Mustafa Ali, but for now, I need to reflect. Namaste. We got all that. So I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Speaking of Ali, Ali and company are ready to take Schism out next week. Ali wants to see Bate versus Wesley again. So I was like, oh, we can do that again. Let's do it. So they'll figure out the details after next week, after Ali qualifies for Money in the Bank, which I think is on SmackDown. I think he has a match on SmackDown or on Raw next week. I thought he went. Oh, wait, did he? No, he didn't qualify yet. Because Eli Drake, Ricochet, and Nakamura have qualified. So Ali has to qualify. If he wins, that is. Which I think he will. I think Ali will be in that just for high-flying shits and giggles. Same thing with, him and Ricochet can probably do, like, flippy-dippity-doos off the top of a ladder. Kill themselves. And then Eli Drake just goes up the ladder. Yeah! And then wins the title. Wins the Money in the Bank briefcase. But we get all that. Alright, so I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Then we go to the Battle Royal, which sucked so much ass. We get to the Final Four, and it was Fallon Henley, Kiana James, Dana Brooke, and Corey Jade. And in the end, Thea Hale, who was not thrown out, she was thrown out in the middle of the rope. She was not eliminated. She comes in and takes out Dana Brooke and I think Fallon Henley, who are the last two. So Thea, of all fucking people, Thea Hale gets the win, and she will take on Tiffany Stratton for the NXT Women's Championship. And Tiffany's like in the back, like, this bitch! I gotta fight a cheerleader, Daddy! I gotta fight a cheerleader, Daddy! Why? You do fine, Sunshine. She's nobody to you. I know, Daddy. I'm gonna beat her. Yay! Pretty much it. Yeah, Thea Hale is just the freaking sacrificial lamb to freaking Tiffany. Tiffany's gonna wipe the floor with her, but they're gonna make it like Thea Hale has a chance. No. So Thea Hale gets the win. Match I gave 2.25 out of 5 stars. That's it. Didn't care. And then we go to the end where Braun Breaker comes out of the building, and he's titled the Disrespect. So he's gonna go to the tippy top, and he challenges Seth freaking Rollins to come down to NXT and defend the World Heavyweight title against him if he's such a workhorse. Interesting. That's pretty much it. So I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. And in turn, I gave NXT 6.25 out of 5 stars. So thanks for watching, everybody. Peter Gilmore signing off.